let's do some football.
Yeah, so college football to be specific. Yes. Arch Manning, obviously the number one kid coming out in 2023. Everybody knows who his family is. He's a Manning kid. He is.
Was he named after the McDonald's arch or not?
No. Gramps. This is after Gramps, which leads me to the conversation we'll get to in just a second here. He's going to get his first start for Texas as Quinn Ewers is recovering from his oblique injury.
They're saying they're not making a change. This is just
everybody's saying he ain't getting it back. Like once Arch Manning gets in there, 6'4", 225.
Well, if he has 3 picks, he might get it back.
Or if he balls out, we got a chance to see him break out last week in a 56-7 win. He had some great plays over there in that game. So folks are excited about he had a 75-yard touchdown pass, a 67-yard touchdown run. Did I mention that was running as a quarterback, a 67-yard run? So folks are excited about that, and especially with that last name. And it also goes with a conversation we had yesterday, which folks were loving on all the socials. By the way, make sure you follow us on all of those as well. Rob Parker, MLB Bro, K-Dub Live for myself. We were talking about Eli Manning. So now you got Arch Manning, Eli Manning, Peyton Manning, Archie Manning, the grandfather, the patriarch.
That's right, who was a quarterback for the
Saints. For the Aints. They was the Aints back then.
They were the Aints. Yeah. People used to wear paper bags over their heads.
So it got me thinking, Rob, talking about that Manning family, are they the greatest family in sports history? I say no. Now, who I say is in a sport we don't talk about as much, but what these two folks did in the sport was utter dominance, so much so that one is highly regarded as the greatest of all time. It is the Williams sisters for me. You have the greatest of all time in Serena, changed the game, made you watch tennis, women's tennis for 2+ decades, has 23 titles, a gang of wins, 70-something major tournament wins as well. And then you mentioned Venus, by the way, who is the second in this, but she's arguably the second best women's tennis player of the 21st century. So the Williams family, to me, the Williams sisters are the greatest sports family, sports dynasty, if you will, in all of sports because of what they've done, the records they've set, the cultural movement they created as well. That's who I have as the best sports family. Now, it's not a lot of them. Other people, 3, 4, 5 people. It's just 2, but give me the Williams sisters, best sports family ever.
Well, it's hard to argue with their accomplishments, but because it's outside of what we would consider the major sports, and you know what I'm saying, in this country, football, baseball, basketball, hockey, if you want to go there. Some people might say the Griffeys. Ken Griffey Sr. had a storied career with the Cincinnati Reds. His son, obviously, Junior, one of the all-time great players, center fielder, over 600 home runs, all that. That would be another family. But Mannings, as far as quarterbacks, I still think they're not there. But they have 2. Okay, so their dad was a quarterback. 2 brothers. One of the other brothers, I think the older brother, didn't get a chance.
He was a receiver, yeah. His neck,
he had an
neck
injury.
Yeah.
Yep. So, but now, if you have the grandson, right, who is able to carve out his own niche, because it would take. If they were able to do that and he wins a Super Bowl or 2, you'd have to start to think, wow, that's a pretty impressive line.
If he's able to
the father had it already, you might be there.
Agreed. Right? And Archie was good. His teams were bad.
Yeah,
so I don't take that against him.
But I'm saying, if Archie had won a Super Bowl and then his 2 sons each won 2,
they would be in there. I think what does it for me is Peyton and Serena are almost a wash, if you will. Serena's slightly above him in that she's the greatest, where he's one of the great quarterbacks.
He's not the great.
He's not the great, but he's up there.
But that's what gives the Williams sisters, I think, more cachet.
Venus is above Eli, too.
Right.
She's above Eli, which I can't believe he's going to first ballot Hall of Famer.
He's going to be in the Hall of Fame. I don't know what you don't understand.
Gonna and should. 2 different things. We won't go backwards.
We're not going
back. Yes. Should be?
No, he deserves to be in there.
Because
what are you talking about?
Names. Let me give you why he's going in there. Manning, Brady. Those are the reason why. He's a Manning son, and he beat Tom Brady. That's it. It ain't him. It ain't on his merits.
18-0 Patriots. What are you talking about? He has 2 signature throws. He won 2 MVPs.
Rob G, this man just told me he has 2 signature throws. Now he got to go in the Hall of Fame. Why can't he go in the Hall of Good? Why can't he go into the Hall of, you all right?
Because there is none.
Can he go into the Hall of, boy, you showed up for 2 games? Can he go into that? Hall of Fame. I don't want to go backwards with you. So that's what I have. Now some other ones. I got one for you, Mr. Baseball. Shout out to MLB Bro. The Alomar family. A lot of people put them up there. You had a bunch of a whole bunch of sons and brothers who were in there. The Matthews was another one that comes up. Clay, Bruce Matthews as well. And Clay.
I just don't think they've done enough winning. Like
agreed. At that level, high level,
you have to have the winning of that magnitude that we talk about with the Williams sisters, or we're talking about with the Mannings. Because winning Super Bowls, like they got four Super Bowls in their family.
Going to be in the MVP. I mean, in the Hall of Fame, which whatever, but they will have.
And they have two of their 2 kids in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
I mean, Archie's not there. But,
are those the only 2 answers? That's the question. Is there anyone?
Let's bring in Rob G. Rob G.
Is there anyone else you can even have a consideration? Are we missing somebody?
Another family. Trying to think.
That you would say would, because there are a bunch of families, we know that, but are there other families
that have won at that
on
level?
That list?
I mean,
I'm gonna throw some more at you guys. You tell me, you can yodel.
So here's one that you probably wouldn't even think of.
Oh, wait a minute. LeBron and
Bronny. That's right.
I'm sorry.
This is one you probably wouldn't think of.
The man play one game?
Well, okay, go ahead.
Is the Jones family, Chandler Jones
and
John
great
Jones.
One. That was on my list.
Because John Jones, because it's UFC, people don't really, it's not out of sight, out of mind.
I was trying to figure out who you were talking about.
And because he's been, popped for drug use and things like that. But he is, if you ask any MMA fan, he's the greatest UFC fighter of all time.
He's goated. And his brother, arguably a Hall of Famer.
Yep.
Chandler Jones, and they got another brother too.
And they have another brother. And the thing about Chandler Jones
is, what about their sister, Mrs. Jones?
Stop it.
Jeez Louise.
Rob G, keep going.
And the thing about Chandler Jones is people only recently remember that he was with the Raiders and he kind of went off the deep end and then he had all these 51-50 calls. But when he's with the Patriots, he was consistently in the all-pro conversation as far as pass rushers.
Yeah. He was on the list.
I get all that, but don't you think winning at the highest level?
And he had a Super Bowl.
Okay. He had a Super Bowl as well. And he was on the all-2010s team as well. So he's on that. They're on the list. Not saying they're there. Here's one. The Barber family. Tiki and Rondé. You got a championship Super Bowl ring with Rondé. Tiki was a great running back. 8-time Pro Bowl.
Yeah, the Giants won the Super Bowl the year after he retired.
They did. I know he's still mad about that. He got to act like he's not. I know he's mad about that.
Well, he wanted to go to NBC to do the Today Show, which I get. Well, great job.
He wished it was a Tomorrow Show.
He was supposed to be
one more day.
He was supposed to be Strahan before Strahan. Remember, he was the one who got that opportunity first.
But listen, when you got it, you got it. But I like that. That's a good list, though, because Tiki and Rondé, both Pro Bowlers. You got a Super Bowl. They're both 4-time All-Pro between the two of them. That's another one. This family has 3. It's cool that they got 3 people in the pros, but only one was great. The Barry family. Daddy was great. The sons were, had solid NBA careers, but the daddy was great. The Bonds family, Barry and Bobby.
No, Bobby Bonds was a tremendous player as well.
That's what
Barry Bonds. Bobby Bonds.
You got the DiMaggio. Now, I'm not going back to grainy black and white. I'm just you can have it. I'm not going back that far.
Dom DiMaggio, no.
What about the Sharp family? Both Hall of Famers.
If Sterling could have gotten 4 more years.
I mean, Shannon is a first ballot. Well, I don't know if he's first ballot, but he's one of the greatest tight ends ever. Yes. And even he says, I'm not even the best football player in my own.
His brother was crazy. Sterling Sharp used to tear the Lions up. Sterling Sharp was amazing.
I always remember that touchdown at the Silverdome. Where the Lions will win this game, the whole game, and Brett Favre throws up a ball
back in the end zone.
Back in the end zone, and there.
Why would you bring that up?
Yes, because I covered that game. I was there.
Yeah, you know what? Again, if Sterling Sharp say he gets 5 more years of the productivity in which he had, they could have been in that list for sure.
And then here's one more, and this one's a little tricky because individually, both of these guys are most likely Hall of Famers and 2 of the best to ever do it. The problem is, I don't think either one of them is going to get a Super Bowl. TJ and JJ Watt.
Yeah.
They're on the list.
And that's what's unfortunate for them is individually you could probably put those 2 guys up against all of these other players and athletes.
But you got to win.
They don't have the hardware championship wise or title wise, whatever it is, to put themselves up there along the other.
But strictly talent based, you ain't lying. They're right there. I mean, JJ was best player defensively maybe 4 or 5 years, and then TJ looks like pretty much every year.
But it is about winning as well. You know, like that's a part of it as well. It's got to be a part that makes you
Want to see what the folks say?
Yep. Let's start with Gary in Jacksonville. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. Where are you, Gary?
Show as always. I got two for you.
Thank you, buddy. We appreciate the support. We really do.
All right, thank you. I got two for you. Matt Holliday, now his son Jackson Holliday.
Okay.
Who already set two major league records. The youngest ever have 4 hits in a game, and the youngest ever homer in 3 straight games.
All right, well, let's give him a little more time.
Yep.
And the other one, the Mannix brothers, Greg and Mike Mannix.
Yeah.
Well, it was mostly about Greg
Yeah.
Mannix. I know Mike had.
Yeah, but Mike Mannix was a pitcher too, and
I know he was. I'm just saying.
We're talking great.
I'm saying
He ain't a Hall of Fame pitcher like Greg Mannix was.
Appreciate the call. Go ahead.
But his brother is a great pitching coach as well.
No, I know that. I know he's a great pitching coach, but I'm just saying he didn't have the career. Thanks a lot. We appreciate that.
I'm not gonna lie, Rob G. When it said his name and it said the Holidays, I thought it was gonna go the brother Drew Holiday,
Aaron Holiday.
Aaron Holiday.
I thought it was
3
about,
brothers in the NBA is that's pretty cool.
I thought it was about Jennifer Holiday, but I got that wrong.
No,
the
you
Ball
did that
brothers.
wrong.
LeVar Ball gets a
where
credit
them?
for being up there. Lonzo Ball.
That's my boy.
I'll give you this. I guarantee. I haven't looked it up. I promise you, none of these sporting families have made more money than the Ball family combined.
Maybe.
You're saying excluding the Williams sisters. Right?
How you think Serena Williams has made over $400 million?
Is that what the Balls family?
Yeah, because LaMelo got that
just
crazy
got a max.
deal. Yeah.
I mean, and that's not counting Big Baller Brand. How much they're selling?
Please,
because they sold all those shoes, and never gave anybody anything. So
yeah, I think
it might have saved.
Shannon got a pair. Shannon,
so he's the one.
He's the one. He got a pair. Definitely. I remember asking him.
Did his foot blow out of it too?
Yeah, I know. Bad. Alex in California. You're on the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio.
Guys,
What's up?
Big fan.
Thank you, buddy.
Appreciate it.
Just wanted to say, show some love for Reggie and Cheryl Miller.
Yeah, that's a good basketball
that's a great
family.
one. Cheryl, arguably the greatest female basketball player ever. Reggie, a Hall of Famer, one of the more clutch players ever. One of my top 5 favorite players. Not best, but favorite.
I would give him the ball over Steph Curry if I needed a basket at the end of the game.
Did you think I was going to disagree with you?
You agree with me?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Reggie Miller. No,
Reggie Miller.
Up until recently, Steph didn't have. Now, that's a conversation for another day.
All right.
Steph, that's a whole thing because I haven't seen him take a last-second shot. I've seen him make backbreakers.
He's 0 for 12.
I've seen him make that big shot with 40 seconds left, and he's amazing at it, but I don't know if he can get his shot off quick enough for that. But that's a conversation for another day. All right, what do we got next?
Jason in Idaho, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Jason?
The Molina brothers.
The
Molina brothers.
They were on the list. They're on the list of folks that I've seen. They are definitely on the list. The Molina brothers, really good careers. Obviously, kind of baseball royalty in that regard.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah.
I get it. But there's the Lou brothers had a lot of brothers. What do you have? 3 brothers, I think, in Major League Baseball, right?
Three brothers and 6 rings.
Yeah, that's impressive. There's no doubt about it. Thanks so much.
Yeah, folks are excited about this. 877-99 on Fox.
And it's 14-3 Jets with about 2 minutes to go.
They have the ball, too. Yeah, they had the ball about half 50-yard line.
Yep. Scott in North Carolina, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Scott?
What's up, my guys? How y'all doing? I'm loving the show, man.
Appreciate
Thank you,
Scott.
I'm glad you gave it a listen. I'm glad you're sticking with us. The Odd Couple's not going anywhere.
Most definitely. And the best show ever is The Office. You got to tune into The Office.
That's a good one. Thank you.
That show is based in what? Scranton,
Pennsylvania. Yeah.
I worked in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania. Just Wilkes-Barre, Scranton is the TV market. But yeah, I worked up there.
Who you got?
I got to say, Jim and John Harbaugh. I mean, I know one guy played quarterback for the Chargers, which he's coaching now, but I mean, they both won in college, or one won in college. They both made it to the Super Bowl, one won in the Super Bowl. I mean, that's a dynamic football family right there.
No, not mad at that.
And their dad was a coach.
Yeah,
right?
I'm not mad at that.
Okay, yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, their dad was a coach. So
yeah, for a long, long time. Yeah.
That's so the Harbaugh family. That's their family business, coaching.
Rob, who's got it better than us? Nobody.
That's right. How about Alice in Pittsburgh? Alice, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's happening, Alice?
Hi. The last time I called you was Chris's last night, but I really like you two together, too. I miss Chris, but I like you guys together.
We will take it.
Yes,
Thank you, Alice.
Thank you. Yes.
The Curry family. How about Bill Curry's son Steph, brother Seth?
Oh, that's right. They got three brothers. I mean, a father and two sons in the NBA.
That's a great run. I think the problem is Steph dwarfs the other two so far, so bad. You know what I mean? Like it's not. I don't even know if his dad was ever an all-star. However, that is if you get 3 family members at a high level, they're pro athletes. That's a big deal.
No
that's
doubt.
a big deal for real. So, Alice, thank you for the call. That's a great one.
And thanks for the Thanks for the kind words, Alice. Appreciate it.
Appreciate you, Alice.
How about Craig in Houston? You're on the
H-Town?
That's right. You're on the Odd
Hey,
Couple
guys,
Fox Sports Radio.
Thanks for taking my call, man. Hey, I hope you guys having a good evening.
Oh yeah, man. Are you
Thank
kidding?
you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I know you are living the life. Hey, I'm thinking about Clay and Bruce Matthews.
Yeah, I brought them up. You have Clay.
You got them, yeah. Clay, Bruce, man. I think it underrated. Maybe one of the best offensive linemen ever. You know, the Pro Bowl at all 3 positions.
Yeah, and you also had his brother Clay.
And his kid, Clay. Exactly, and the linebacker, you know, with Green Bay for years, and then he's got a couple of offensive linemen sons, and then the linebackers. It's funny how each of them, Clay was breeding linebackers, and Bruce was breeding offensive linemen.
Yep, that's
right.
it.
All in the family. Yeah, right.
If you're going family as a whole, just like we keep putting people in the pros, they might be up there. Just we put people in pros. That's what we do. We breed pro athletes around here. We got one more that the Longs, Howie Long, Chris Long, and their brother. I forgot the offensive lineman. The Long family, Kyle Long. Yeah, that's another one.
Yeah,
that's in there
those
as well.
Those are 3 that work too. All
Yep.
right.